is our community breeding bankrupt children? Speak your heart, follow the ishq, and let excellence do the rest. And welcome to the Leena Shah Show podcast. Of course, we're going to start off by thanking Suhail, our director, who's behind the camera today. और आज सुहेल और मैं दोनों बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड है इस पॉडकास्ट के लिए। हमने बहुत सारे लोगों की कहानियां सुनी है जो कि जिंदगी में कुछ कर गुजरते हैं, बड़े आदमी बनते हैं, कम्युनिटी का नाम रोशन करते हैं। फिर हमने उन लोगों की कहानी सुनी है जो कि बड़ी बड़ी लेगेसीज बनाते हैं, लेकिन रेयरली वो कुछ लोग होते हैं जो कि ब्रिजेस बनाते हैं, not between people but between continents. So he has built bridges between continents, between communities. He is the man known as Nasru Rupani. हमारे आज के podcast guest हैं Nasruddin Rupani साहब, the man and the force and the spirit behind Ibn Sina Foundation, Ibn Sina Clinics and the Rupani Foundation. आज हम उनसे बात करने जा रहे हैं हमारी community के बारे में और पूछना चाह रहे हैं कि जो उनका eagle eye view है of everything that's happening in our community around him, वो क्या predict करता है? Are we going towards a bright future or is our community breeding bankrupt children? वेलकम कहेंगे मिस्टर नसरू रूपानी को। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग अस इन आवर पॉडकास्ट टुडे। मैं जानती हूं कि इनका स्केड्यूल बहुत ही टफ था, आपको नहीं मालूम। It was so difficult to get into his schedule, but we finally managed to do so. So welcome to the podcast, Mr. Nasru Rupani.
First of all, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nasruddin Rupani, and very nice to be here.
Thank you.
And Leena, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be here.
पहली बात आपने मुझे कही कि हमारी community जो है it's getting poorer.
Hamari 100% community is not on a solid ground, right?
Okay.
So there is about, I would say, 30 to 40% community is still struggling. And
Okay.
the community who's struggling is going to get worse because the environment here in this country is getting worse today, and our lifestyle, we have continued to raise our lifestyle, and everything is getting more and more expensive. I mean, I've been living here for 45 years. I know when I used to buy a grocery store, in $100 I can fill the whole basket.
Sahi.
Today I can put $100 groceries in one bag.
True.
So now, as a community is basically growing here, but the audience paychecks are growing. Paychecks are not growing at the same speed as our cost of living is growing.
So when you say कि the environment is not getting better, do you mean कि the environment, जैसे आपने बात की inflation की, but do you also mean the political environment?
I don't want to talk about the political environment, but I think, yes, whatever, I'm looking at the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, currently our economy is getting worse. The numbers doesn't seem very well.
Mm-hmm.
Today, basically, the numbers are that 35%, the credit card default is 35%.
Oh my
today.
God.
And 35% mortgage default, sorry.
Okay.
Right now, this is what is happening at this moment, right?
Okay.
So imagine if 35% of mortgage default, rent default, and credit card default is already on record right now.
Uh-huh.
So it tells me that things are getting tighter and worse in the community also, because if we are so used to spending money via credit card, and today credit card is charging anywhere from 24 to 30% interest.
True.
So this is the biggest, I think, suicide to me. If you have a credit card and you're going to keep piling your credit card, you're going to live a debt for your children to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want your children to be in poverty? Because my first question to community is, and especially to mothers, say, hey, do you want your grandchildren to be in poverty?
So I'm going to ask you to backtrack for a little bit. आपने कहा कि and yes, if there is anyone on the pulse of the Desi community, because आपके clinics के जरिए 7 clinics, and not just that, now you have the medical technician school, you have the nursing school, और बहुत आपके आगे plans हैं, इतने लोगों से आप मिलते हैं, and you meet everybody from the most affluent to the ones जो के waiting rooms में इंतजार कर रहे हैं. तो आप pulse पे हैं, you're saying कि community is getting poorer and poorer. Is it only the Pakistani community, only the Desi community, या फिर जो भी आप देख रहे हैं निचला तबका वो गरीब से गरीब तर होता चला जा रहा है?
देखिए इस वक्त मेरा कंसर्न तो सिर्फ मेरी कम्युनिटी है.
Okay.
Definitely, it's all over. Basically, the entire I think communities, all the communities are now suffering because of the economy, um, and basically challenges are definitely is going to pile up more.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, everything again depends on our gas prices.
Mm-hmm.
Gas prices are now
True.
fluctuating from anywhere from 60 to 100, and maybe today its prediction is that it go $150 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Even my car, when I go and buy the gas, it hurts me also. It costs me $100 every time I put a tank of gas in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be $50 and now it's $100 to me, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's double the price what I was paying in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to affect every family.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the oil prices, everything will impact. अभी तो impact शुरू हुई है.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it's going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is going to be more and more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And our living style जो हमने living standards हमारे जो हमने set किए हुए हैं,
Mm-hmm.
it will put us in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing it, and that's the reason I really want to talk about it. That I would really request our communities to please watch and be careful on your spending.
Mm-hmm.
Credit card is a slow poison,
I agree.
and we must stop taking their poison.
Mm-hmm.
And we must stop using their credit card every time turn
Mm-hmm.
around.
Mm-hmm.
Even मेरे घर के बाहर में रोज सुबह मेरी 3 बेटियां हैं, मुझे
Mm-hmm.
पता है कि कितने पैकेज बाहर पड़े होते हैं हमारे दरवाजे के बाहर.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, it's not just one day, it's every day.
Right, right.
We are just getting used to so just credit card से मंगाए, or basically
Mm-hmm.
another challenge that we are facing today is that this all credit card companies are dumping credit cards in universities and colleges.
True. तो younger लोगों को hit कर रहे हैं.
They're just sending cards, and every kid now have 10, 20 credit cards in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So they're putting our kids into poverty already,
Before they even hit practical life.
practical life.
सही, सही.
And that's the reason our children's once इसके अलावा हमारे बच्चे जो हैं, they are not going to quality universities and colleges.
Hmm.
If they're not going to good quality colleges and university, they're not going to get quality jobs.
True.
So if they're not getting quality jobs, they're starting their life into very low paid jobs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they may not even get jobs because right now the environment is going to be very, very, very competitive.
Right, especially with AI out there as well.
Right.
Viewers जो है उनके साथ थोड़ा सा मैं बैकड्रॉप शेयर करूंगी आज की इस डिस्कशन का, आज की इस पॉडकास्ट का. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ऑब्वियसली मेरे सारे गेस्ट मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, लेकिन स्पेशली टॉकिंग टू मिस्टर नसरुद्दीन रूपानी वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी, एंड आई वाज रियली लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू दिस पॉडकास्ट बिकॉज कहानी कहाँ से शुरू हुई कि हम एक इवेंट पे मिले एंड वी स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग अबाउट एवरीथिंग दैट इब्न सीना फाउंडेशन इज डूइंग, इट हैज़ डन, और वहाँ पे वो किस किस्म के लोग देखते हैं. एंड मिस्टर रूपानी पॉइंटेड आउट के बहुत सारे ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स जिसके बारे में अभी भी हम बात कर रहे हैं, गो डाउन टू यंग मदर्स, और किस तरीके से इस वक्त बहुत बड़ा बर्डन यंग मदर्स पे है, बट यंग मदर्स आर एम्पावर्ड के वो बहुत बड़ा बदलाव ला सकती हैं in all these problems.
Bilkul.
Tell us what your philosophy or what your thesis is on that.
So basically, before even I go to that early childhood project,
Mm-hmm.
I would really want to see and discuss this right now. 80% of our youth, 80% of our youth coming out of the college with $100,000 debt.
Okay.
So imagine that every child who's coming out of the college, 4-year college, and they have $100,000 debt.
My God.
What will happen in their life? They're starting their life negative.
That's a gloomy place to start.
Right? So basically, then the kids are not getting married because and they are going back to their parents and burden on their parents. So the parents, I would say, savings are going away now. So there was a time where kids were waiting for parents to basically die so they can get their assets. But now parents are living, I would say, not assets, but payables. Because
Wow.
the kids are living in the parents' savings are going away. Plus, the parents to survive, they're going into reverse mortgage. I don't know if you know what reverse mortgage is.
No, I'm not
So
aware.
there's a product called reverse mortgage.
Okay.
So if an old person into 70s or 70 years age, if they can't survive and they have a home, they can remortgage or get monthly payments against the house. Uh, and they basically, so when they die, somebody else owns the house and they don't own the house anymore.
Oh my God. So there's like multiple levels
Mm.
और आप ये देख रहे हैं
Mhm.
आपके सामने हो ये this all is happening right in front of you. Um, so how do we get out of it?
It's very simple. We need to understand, first of all, that we need to stop competing with the neighbors and communities if they, because our challenge is that if I go to namaz, I see in the masjid, I see, oh, why he's driving a Lexus and I'm driving Toyota. I need to buy a Lexus also, or I need to buy a better car than what my friend is driving.
Mm-hmm.
And we get into that competition mode.
Mm-hmm.
इसने अच्छा घर लिया है, तो I need to buy a better house than what he is,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are not looking into our own earnings, that what is earning, and we should start saving. So in my foundation, we tell every mother from the beginning that before you conceive a child, you need to start saving for your child. If you want your child to succeed, and if you want your grandchildren to succeed, you need to start saving before you conceive. Because if you don't conceive today, I mean, you don't save today and start saving today, your children will not have quality of life and would not be able to go to quality college and university. Today, all the, I would say, government supports to all the colleges and universities are gone.
That's what I was about to ask.
Right?
मतलब हम तो अमेरिका में रहते हैं. We have so much support, but we don't.
There is none. Basically, all the universities and colleges were supported by government. Government has no money to support anymore. I mean, I was just talking to someone, last week. Like even Harvard is shutting down their research, and a lot of department has been shut down today. They don't have money. All the universities are shutting down their different research department and different, departments because they can't afford it because the government supports are gone.
Okay, so I know there's like a lot of politics involved in there, और हम politics में यहाँ पर नहीं जाना चाहते हैं. But uh, is this the worldwide phenomenon? Like maybe I feel that because entropy is true and it's real, so everything needs to, derail. Or is it just the American society, American culture, or Desi society is being highly impacted by it? Because I checked के top 5 most affluent households में Indian community, Pakistani community, Ismaili community, we are in top 3, top 4. So is it like a worldwide thing and it's going to reach us, or we are already in it, all of us together?
I think I don't want to generalize thing, but I think this is our land, this is our country,
Mm-hmm.
and let's worry about us, our country, and our people right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what my main concern is, that I'm seeing today that we are basically spending more than what we are earning.
Okay.
And if that continues the way we are, then we are looking for our issues and challenges in our country. If we, because पहले तो क्या था कि hospitals were not asking questions when you were going to ER, and basically they will admit you.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's not the same. And I don't think with next 10, 15 years down the road, even if I'm sick, hospital may not even basically accept you unless you have a quality, commercial insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, basically, I'm already seeing that even if a patient goes in the hospital for a sickness,
Mm-hmm.
they release them within 14, 24 hours and
Yeah,
send them
yeah,
home.
yeah. They're very, very reluctant in keeping them even after surgeries. Yes, I've noticed that.
So it's going to get worse. Basically, they want basically patients to go home and have a home care. Can we
Okay.
order? Can we afford home care? And can we really afford? Do we have a quality insurance? If we don't have a quality insurance, basically we will be, because I know so many seniors who are suffering at home right now.
Uh-huh.
And like, just give you example, like Meals on Wheels, they provide food to people, to seniors um, home who are basically has no income, and they're delivering 50,000 packages a day in Houston.
Hmm. And I'm sure that's not enough because there are much more
There
out
will be
there.
much more seniors who are suffering at home without food, without, and can you imagine there's so many, I mean, community in Houston, honestly, community, there are so many seniors who are living without electricity in Houston. They
Are
can't
you
afford electricity.
serious? Oh
Yes, ma'am.
my God.
In America today, 50 million, how much? 50 million people are on food stamp.
Whew.
And if I go to like Savoy, our communities have started using food stamp.
Okay.
So they basically, their business is becoming a food stamp business. And I see more and more people of our community starting using food stamp because they don't have enough income.
Right, right. So it's like, okay. So there's like so many problems that our community is having, and from your point of view, जहाँ पर आप देख रहे हैं, it's getting worse and worse. And एक point आएगा that we're gonna be so deep in it that there's no way of pulling us out. And there are a lot of new immigrants, actually. One of a big chunk of people who actually watch this podcast are those who have just moved to this country. They are young families or thinking of starting families. Um, are we not getting the right? Because coming out of Pakistan or India, we don't get education on saving. We don't get an education on, start saving for your child before you conceive. We don't get education on the financial system, how it works, how the credit card works. Once we get a credit card, America, we're like, whoa, this is free money. So a lot of people are going through this. I know Rupani Foundation is doing a lot, और मुझे ये भी मालूम है कि you don't like to talk about yourself, but आपका ये सारी observation और जो आपके अंदर दर्द है हमारी community को लेकर और जो आपने महसूस किया और जो कुछ देखा है, what are the steps that a family can take and how can they get in touch with Rupani Foundation if they want direction, if they want resources, if they want to uh, educate themselves?
Again, basically, I don't think we have enough resources to basically address this, but anyone who basically comes to our center, we navigate them and we coach them, right? And
Mm-hmm.
basically support them to understand the difference between quality of living and quality of life. Our
Quality
community
of
is not
living.
understanding between the difference between quality of living and quality of life. There's two different things.
That's a very philosophical line. Even I am having a hard time grasping the concept. There's a big difference between quality of life and quality of living. Elaborate.
So quality of living, so Murad, I want the best car, best home, best TV, everything.
Branded bags.
Like you have your studio, right? You
Mm-hmm.
want best here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that drive of living best, what are we spoiling? We are messing up our quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
We're creating stress, anxiety, and basically under that because of कि हमें बेस्ट चाहिए, राइट? हमें जैसे हर घर में, अगर पहले तो एक टीवी में सारा एक टीवी देखकर सारी फैमिली बैठकर देखती थी. नाउ वी हैव एवरीबडी हैज टू हैव टीवी इन देयर रूम्स.
Mm-hmm.
Every home to have 4 or 5 cars.
Mm-hmm.
There was before you could have one car and they will father or mother will drop
Mm-hmm.
and basically still pick them up and
Mm-hmm.
they will live with one car. Now we do have 5 cars in every home.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have best iPhone
Mm-hmm.
or best smartphone in every home, right?
Latest model, we need to
Right,
get it, yeah.
right,
And they're so ridiculously expensive. Two
right,
G's.
right. So basically, हम एक दूसरे को देखकर we try to compete. अब किसी के हाथ में हमने नया फोन देख लिया तो आप you just go crazy. If he has it, I need to have it also, right? And that's the way we go into find quality. हमारी यानी क्या कहेंगे कि we want to have quality of living. हमें बेस्ट बेड चाहिए, बेस्ट हमें घरों में हर चीज़ बेस्ट चाहिए, राइट?
Mm-hmm.
तो हम उस क्वालिटी ऑफ लिविंग को बेहतर करने के चक्कर में हमने हमारी क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ को हमने बेसिकली I don't want to use the word, but we have really messed up our quality of life.
Right.
And that has created all the anxiety, stress, and suicide in the communities. And you would see it if this continues, we're going to see a lot more suicide. And the new research is telling us that the Muslims are twice as much vulnerable to suicide.
Oh my God. Wow, that's news to me.
Yes, it is. It is. The new research is telling us.
So Muslims are more vulnerable to suicide. I'm gonna just pause this for a second. I need to check something.
Sure.
Hold on.
Because I'm not
Mic
seeing.
check. No, it's great. Actually, I have the only reason I have a director is to ensure that the record button is pressed. When I'm sitting doing the podcast, constantly there's something in my head that's saying, check the podcast. Is it recording or not? Is it recording or not? So it's recording. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay.
I hope it makes sense what I'm telling you.
No, it whatever you're saying, and I think that this part जो आपका concern है, जो बहुत सारे लोग community का ये angle नहीं देख रहे हैं, जो आपका concern है, that really touched my heart, and that's why I was like, we need to do this podcast. We really need to talk about it. I want to touch a little bit on mental health. Because when you're saying कि stress है, anxiety है, और बिला वजह का हमने competition, you know, like who's better in the community, किसके पास ज़्यादा अच्छे branded bags हैं, shoes हैं, ये रखा हुआ है. So mental health किस तरीके से affect हो रही है in our community? Because I know and I see that there are a lot of problems that is inherent to our communities, and all this is adding to it. What do you say?
Basically, again, if you remember a couple of months ago, I started basically having seminars and webinars, and also we are now having conferences on mental health. So a couple of months ago, we invited global experts in Houston, and we brought in the community together to really understand today's major challenge. The major challenge today is really basically the uses of the I would say smartphones by our kids.
Using smartphone is the biggest challenge.
Biggest challenge. Until the new research is telling that our children had no mental health issues until 2012. After 2012, when we brought in all the I would say smartphones in last 14 years, our children's health are depleting and mental health conditions are depleting. Our anxieties are increased, our suicide has increased, our everything has increased in last 14 years, and it's just because of the smartphones. And basically, if you know, I mean, I cannot say exactly smartphone, but using social media also, because right now, as you know, several countries, including Australia, England, and several other countries have now banned the social media until the age 15 or 16. So this is what
when they are ready for it,
and when they can manage themselves, right?
Right.
Because another biggest challenge that I am basically going to address at this moment, that every mother, I would say 99.9% mothers are using their smartphone as a babysitter.
They are. I've seen that. I witness it all the time.
And that is the biggest challenge that we are really giving it to our children, that we're giving them too early. The iPad and iPhones and whatever it is, we are giving them so early, because the child who is a year old and is watching these videos all the time, they don't know the difference between reality and drama. So there's reality and there's a drama, right? So when the child is watching, he doesn't know the difference, and that's why the child will not understand and behave like what he is observing, whatever he's seeing as a reality.
Oh my goodness.
So until age 2, we should not have access to kids to completely no smartphone and iPads to be given to her. And even after that, very limited, maybe 30 minutes or maybe hour the most we should be giving the child, I would say the smartphones or anything else, access to any social media.
So I have observed this जो आपने कहा कि mothers जो हैं वो smartphone को as a babysitter use कर रही हैं, that family आई है restaurant में, they have small little kid, वो अपने baby chair में बैठा हुआ है, and now the child needs attention, it needs to communicate, और आप उसको attention नहीं दे सकते हैं और आपने उससे बात नहीं करनी है. That takes energy and time to actually deal with that child who doesn't understand anything. आपने वो वान किया, कुछ चल रहा है, और you just give it to the child, and I don't think this can be fixed. Do you think it can be fixed?
Yes, it can be if the mothers will understand that this is harming our kids. Then the mother will have to change and understand कि भाई हम अपने बच्चों को basically putting them into isolation, and basically uh, we are not giving what the child's needs are. Basically, child needs to be outdoor playing every day, and basically under the sun. You should be really getting sun rays. You know how much the sun rays are important for our body, and we are not doing it. We are basically locked in homes, and we never have access to the sun. And sun is very necessary for our body, our immune system, our hormones and everything else. It requires the sunlight for us, and we are not giving that to our children. Our children are basically coming home, taking their I would say smartphones and locking the door, sitting in the rooms and watching what they basically. So, I mean, the one day I was sitting next to one of the, I would say, Israeli counselor, I mean, in Consul General, and I heard them talking basically in one of the event that we did not give their children an laptop until age 14.
Oh, wow.
This is an Israeli consul general talking to his wife that I did not give my child this laptop for until he was age 14. So basically the well literate, educated, I would say, families, they understand the impact of the smartphones and using iPads and iPhone early is not a good thing for our children. And I'm very sorry to say that in our country, in America, we are not given a priority to basically stop that. And we must educate the communities the impact of this, I would say,
it's a calamity of sorts.
Yes.
And when you're talking, और आप ये सारी बातें मुझसे share कर रहे हैं, in my head I'm thinking that this needs to be like a massive US government or United Nations campaign that trickles down to like all communities, all countries, जहाँ पर because हमारी community में like एक तो literacy की कमी है और कुछ फिर पढ़े लिखे जाहिल भी हैं, so that becomes a huge chunk जो एजुकेटेड होने के बावजूद भी एजुकेटेड नहीं है, उन तक ये बात, उनके दिमाग में ये बात डालना, और उसके बाद it's going to be a little uncomfortable to get out of this because they have chosen this kind of lifestyle because they are comfortable. We need a campaign that big.
इसीलिए मैंने आपको कहा कि 2 महीने, about 2 months ago, I hosted 2 lunch and events in the evening and invited global mental health experts who has done the research globally, and especially UNESCO has done the full research report.
Okay.
And I invited them here to Houston and hosted them lunch and the dinner so they can talk to the communities who can come in the afternoon or in the evening, and give them 2 options so they can come and listen to the experts. And it's just important that this I would say the smartphones are bad for children, and this is what has been proven. Several countries have already done it. I think we need to step in America, and this is very critical. I even in that conference I shared a story, and whenever I share the story, I also cry. But I will try to share again.
Please.
Is that basically a teacher was reading essay and was crying.
Okay.
So husband said, "Kya ho gaya? Why you are crying?" And while was teacher and I was doing essay, right? So basically, वो कह रहे कि मैं ऐसे I'm reading the essays and my one of the child has written, I wish I was cell phone on essay on a child writes, I wish I was a cell phone. And basically, so but why you are crying? This is the my child has written this,
Mm.
and this is why I'm crying. My child has written that when I cry and phone rings, my mom goes to phone first and comes to next.
Mm.
So my mom's priority is cell phone, not me.
That is the reality. Absolutely. So let's let's compare the more younger generation that is out. You think they have better chances? Have you seen them to be more aware?
No, none at all. Even I have three girls, three daughters, and grandchildren. I always argue with them. Like even my daughters, when they nursing the child, in one hand they have basically they're on the phone or surfing, and they're basically nursing the child.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that by keeping the phone close to the brain of the child,
Yeah.
how impact can be.
Mm-hmm.
But still they do it.
Mm-hmm.
They just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
That this is damaging. Uh, but I think we are completely ignoring this issue. But we need to be really have to be very, very careful moving forward. And our basically it's us now. It's upon us. How do we basically change that cycle? Right? If
Mm-hmm.
the parents will not change, the children's will not change, right? If the child sees
True.
that the mother is always on
On
the
the phone.
phone, the how could you stop the child?
Absolutely.
So we as a parents we need to first change. Then then and like I'll give you example. My daughter basically has no TV in his home. She said, "No, I'm not going
Oh,
to have
I
the
love
TV."
that. There was a time I had no TV, but yeah, that
So she
changed.
stopped. No, basically even when she leaves the children at her home, said no TV in your home also. So we cannot turn on TV and when our grandkids are in our home.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is so inspiring.
Yeah.
That is so inspiring. आपकी बातों से, Mr. Rupani, we are fighting the big telecommunication companies. That means we are fighting the big electronic companies as well. Then we are also fighting the big social media AI companies. With this जो तब्दीली जो बदलाव लाना चाह रहे हैं उसके जरिए we are also fighting the big pharma with this as well. We are also fighting the big food companies who are creating food colors and chemicals to make the food addictive and make it cheaper. So we are fighting these big capitalist industries all together at the same time.
We don't need to fight. I think we need to practice what is good for us, right? If we start practicing in our home
Hmm.
and if we make up our mind that what is good for our children and what is good for our family, then automatically thing will change. Because see, the reason I think in the past, uh, father was the only earner
True.
and mothers were homemakers,
Hmm.
right? And people are surviving. But now 75 to 80% of Americans have both parents working.
Hmm.
So if this 75% of the mothers are working mothers, who's going to take care of the children?
True.
So this is another challenge that we are facing today. And I am seeing another challenge that we are facing is more and more single mothers are now basically taking care of their children.
Hmm.
And this also is a very, very concern that we need to look at seriously in the community, that how and why is it happening, right? And basically, even I'm seeing so many uh, divorces in
Yeah.
very young divorces, and
Hmm.
what's happening? The
Hmm.
divorces are impacting the children's.
True.
And like the mother keeps the child for 2 days, and father keeps the child for 3 days, and shuffling the child, and basically फिर ऐसा होता है कि जब बच्चा माँ के पास आता है तो वो बाप की बुराई करती है, बाप के पास आता है तो माँ की बुराई करती है, तो बच्चा तो कंफ्यूज रहता है कि मैं किसके पास जाऊँ,
Such a toxic environment for a
right?
child. Yeah.
So how do you balance that? It is just a uh, it's a challenge. We as a community, we need to look at our values as our Islamic values, our values of community values, how our parents have lived, and how can we live as community that we were in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to come back and realize to the realization that we need to live in the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When we were young, my mother didn't have never to have to worry about it. कि बच्चा स्कूल से आएगा तो बच्चा कहाँ जाएगा,
Mm-hmm.
हमने कभी दरवाजे को लॉक ही नहीं किया था.
Say.
हमारे नेबर्स बोले ठीक है बच्चा आप जाओ अपना काम करें, आपके बच्चे आएंगे, विल टेक केयर ऑफ देम, राइट? सो
Yeah.
वी वर living in the community, we are not isolated.
Right.
So we need to come back to the communities, and we need to understand that community is the key today, that living in a community, the only way can survive.
I love what you just said right now. And इस वक्त मिस्टर रूपानी ने जितनी जो हमारी कम्युनिटी जहाँ जहाँ पर वी नीड टू elevate our standards जो point out किया है सुनने के बाद I feel like like pulling my hair, like I'm thinking oh my god, I mean I'm getting a glimpse of what it is like being in your head, that you're able to see all these things. You're like इसको भी change करना है और ये सारी changes simultaneously लेकर आनी है. अगर इस वक्त जो हमें लोग देख रहे हैं, I'm gonna try to see कि हम इसमें से एक reel भी create कर सकें, and with that we're gonna take this part, edit this part out. If we are saying let's have a line of action, 5 things that you need to change in your household right now if you want to have a good life, not a good lifestyle. We don't even want to talk about it.
Yes, the life, yeah.
If you want to have a good life, 5 changes you need to make in your household right now.
I think सबसे पहले तो I think we need to look at our roots first of all, and I would say जो हमारा, because we need to have a strong faith first of all.
Okay.
Faith is also very, very, very critical, and we need to practice our faith. Practicing faith is really not, again, I'm going to talk back to another important area that sometimes we see a lot of people practicing, but we see we need to understand the difference between, I would say, practicing faith and be spiritual. हम religious होते हैं, are we spiritual?
We are not.
I can't say that, but we need to know the difference, right? First of all, we need to understand the difference between, spiritual and faithful. I mean, I would say practicing
religious and spiritual.
religious and spiritual, right? So हम बहुत सी दफा देखता हूँ कि हम बहुत ही religious होते हैं और हम उसका जो spirit है, या हमारा spirit, are we spiritual? Are we really believe in God? I will really, अभी से हम कहते हैं अल्लाह का शुक्र है, अल्लाह का शुक्र है कहते हैं, do we believe in it, right? हम अल्लाह को हर प्रेज करते हैं, लेकिन do we really believe कि अगर हमारा faith जो है, हमारा जो spiritual power को हमें first of all strong करना होगा, और spiritual power is the only way we can survive. So if we start practicing, as a mother starts believing in it, I would say, spiritually really practicing it, then the environment around will automatically change and will impact the children. Children see that our children will be observing everything mothers does. आपने कई दफा देखा होगा कि बच्चे they act, हमने कहते हैं ना monkey see monkey do वाला, right? बच्चे वही करते हैं जो माँ करती है. True. Right? क्योंकि they observe mother and they live with the mother from conceiving, right? So basically, अगर माँ अगर practice करना शुरू कर दें of being spiritual and really talking to children in that same faith, I would say, and with spirit, तो उससे बेसिकली हमारे बच्चों को भी फर्क पड़ेगा, और बच्चे हमारे जब बड़े होंगे तो उन्होंने जो चीज़ देखी है, they will be practicing also, because अगर हम नमाज नहीं पढ़ते अगर माँ और अगर पेरेंट्स नमाज नहीं पढ़ ले तो डोंट एक्सपेक्ट द चाइल्ड टू से
True.
नमाज, राइट?
True.
सो बेसिकली हमारे लिए जो नमाज इम्पोर्टेंट है, हमारे लिए जो दूसरी चीज़ इम्पोर्टेंट जो है वो है कि हमारी हम आ, कहेंगे कि हम जो बंदे की इबादत जो करते हैं वो भी बहुत ज़रूरी है हमारे लिए।
Hmm.
जो हमारे बच्चों को हमें प्रैक्टिस करवानी चाहिए
Mm-hmm.
कि आ, इसको ज़रूर करें, क्योंकि अगर हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो हमारे बच्चे भी करेंगे, राइट?
True that.
सो मेडिटेशन इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
I love meditation. It has saved me. My meditation has literally saved my life. I can say that.
सो अगर हम घर में ये हमारी रिलीजियस प्रैक्टिस है और मेडिटेशन वगैरह है, योगा के प्रैक्टिस हैं, अगर हम ये नहीं करेंगे ना तो हमारे बच्चे भी नहीं करेंगे, और हमारे बच्चे जब नहीं करेंगे तो दे विल बी डिफिकल्ट टू सर्वाइव आउट in the communities
The
and in the
challenges
church.
out there.
They will be facing more and more challenges. They should have, we uh, how can you create resilience in them, right? So
Hmm.
the faith, the meditation, good health, give them to be resilient, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I think, I believe in.
Oh wow, wow! Those are some very profound words. It starts off with spirituality and how you like. I asked you for a solution, and I asked you for 5 things to do, and you're like, just do one thing, and that has become spiritual. Do your prayers, do your yoga, do your meditation, and it will help you to understand. I feel that it helps you to understand yourself and hence understand the world around you so that you're not just going दुनिया के साथ आप बहते ना चले जाएं. Mr. Rupani, thank you so much for taking time out and coming to this podcast. आपने अपने दिल से बहुत सारी बातें शेयर की हैं. And at this point, I I think that I need to make a video. And we I'm sure your Rupani Foundation has it like a charter of life, kind of things. Step one, stay away from cell phones. Step two, be spiritual, practice meditation. Step three, eat healthy food. और ये सारी बातें, not things that I am saying. These are things that I have heard and seen रूबरू मिस्टर रूपानी टॉक अबाउट, जब हम वो जो फादर्स डे का आपका इवेंट था हम कवर कर रहे थे, उसमें आप
Yeah.
ये सारी बातें बोल रहे थे. सो हैव लाइक अ चार्टर, और उसका हम एक वीडियो बनाएं जिसमें कि the difference, first explain them the difference between the quality of living and the quality of life, and to have a good quality, do this, do this, do this, do this. And that should become like a mantra for all the families, especially the new families जो कि ज़्यादा struggle कर रही हैं, who do not, उनको assimilate भी करना होता है और नया मुल्क भी समझना होता है, फिर सक्सेसफुल भी होना होता है, दो दो तीन तीन जॉब्स भी हैं उसमें, किसी का डिवोर्स भी चल रहा है उसमें, और मसाइल भी चल रहे हैं. दे आर रियली रियली स्टक, एंड आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन दिस वीडियो. और जो आपकी बातें आज आपने शेयर की हैं इस वीडियो में, आई एम गोइंग टू ट्राई टू कंपाइल देम टुगेदर. So thanks for sharing that wisdom.
No, thank you. No, thank you for giving the opportunity, because this was really been with my concern, and I was not able to share it with the community. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with the community, because this is one of my major concern at this moment, is that currently the economy is not going to be better, and it's going to get worse. It's to me um, what I am hearing and looking at. We are going through a global recession.
Hmm.
So I think we need to prepare ourselves, and basically be prepared, and basically save, I would say, our children uh, from, I would say, poverty, and then basically give them quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
So अगर हम आज अपनी quality of life को compromise करेंगे, आई मीन व्हेन आई से क्वालिटी ऑफ लिविंग को कॉम्प्रोमाइज करके अगर हम बच्चों को, हमारे बच्चों को भी प्रैक्टिस में डालेंगे और बच्चों को टेक केयर करेंगे, तो इंशाल्लाह वी कैन ब्रेक दैट साइकिल ऑफ पॉवर्टी. अदरवाइज वी गोना बेसिकली those, I would say, more than 30% of the communities who are still going through, I would say, paycheck to paycheck. I don't know if you know that today in America, the new, I would say, research is telling us 50%, 50% of Americans does not have $400 in their pocket if the car stops working to repair.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
They're paycheck to paycheck. They don't even $500 in their bank to get their car fixed.
Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, honestly, I have to say that thank you for sharing these stats. This is these are our people, this is our community, ये हमारा मुल्क है. ये सब लोग जिनके बात बता रहे हैं आप 50%, ये हमारे नेबर भी हो सकते हैं. So,
हम खुद भी हो सकते हैं हमारी
yeah.
कम्युनिटी का. We are not, I would say, immune, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And basically, we are part of the community, right? So
Right.
this is the reason I wanted to really come and talk. And thank you for giving me this opportunity
Thank you.
to
Thank you,
share.
Mr. Rupani, for coming in. And Mr. Rupani, he has said, "Okay, do not talk about him." But I will just say this one thing that anyone, I was so excited for today's podcast. And anyone I told कि मैं ये podcast आपके साथ करने जा रही हूँ, मैं बात करने जा रही हूँ, they all became very excited and they are like, wow, Lena, that is amazing. This is such a lucky moment for you and the podcast to sit and talk to him and see okay, what's on his mind, what's on his heart. अपने बारे में कोई बात नहीं करते हैं, especially जब अपने सीना का अभी हमने Father's Day celebration किया and we were talking about कि कितनी बड़ी achievement थी 10 years of the children's clinic and he's like नहीं 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 मेरा ना करो मुझे मत पूछो इन लोगों की बात करो. You are a pride of our community, and we are so blessed and lucky to have your leadership, your guidance, and your wisdom जो आपने share की. And hopefully through this podcast, it's going to change lives.
Yes, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you.